I've been selling on Etsy for almost 10 years now, and I've tried every marketing strategy, every Etsy tip and trick out there. So in this video, I'll be ranking the top 20 tips that you may hear from me or other sellers, and what I truly believe is the least effective to most important tip that you can implement to see results on Etsy, especially as a new seller. So let's get into it. Before we begin, I do want to state that every single one of these tips will help you succeed on Etsy, but understanding which are more important than others will help you stay focused on the things that truly matter, especially as a new seller. There are so many different tactics and strategies out there. Knowing where to put your energy and focus is really important. So let's get into it. I'll be ranking them from S to D, from most important to least important. I'm not sure how long this video is going to go, so let's get into it. And again, if you like this type of video, let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of these rating style content for Etsy sellers. First one is relevant keywords. This is definitely a really important one because if you don't have the relevant keywords in your listings, you're not going to get that initial traffic. So I'm going to put that in A. It's definitely up there, but I think there's still more important ones. The reason why I don't have it in the S tier is because you can have the best keywords out there, but if you don't truly have a good product, your shop won't succeed. Next one is high quality product photos. This one I think I'm gonna put in the S tier because if you don't have any high quality photos to showcase your products, you're not going to get those clicks. You're definitely not going to get those sales if you cannot convey how great your products are. So that is gonna be definitely one of the most important things. Third one, we got good customer service. So this is an important one for sure, but that is not going to make your shop succeed. It's going to give you longevity, it's going to get you repeated customers, which is important. But again, the other one so far is more important than this. I'm going to put this in B for now. And I think throughout this process, I may restructure them. Hopefully that's allowed for this type of rule, but I'm gonna place it in B for now. Third one is the announcement update. So if you don't know yet, in your shop, you can have an announcement page, and that is where you want to keep your customers updated with the latest news, what your shop is about, and things like that. But every time you update that text, there's a date that shows when you last updated. So usually you want to frequently do so. So when customers come in, they know that you are an active seller and you're constantly updating these things. And it's just that little thing that can help gain more trust through the buyers, but it's not that important. So I'm going to put this in D. Next one is bundled product offers. This is one of the strategies that I implement with my students in the program because I believe you can create different price points, different tiers based on what the customers want. No matter what you're selling, I think it's important to be able to do that. And there's something called price anchoring that I won't get into this video, but it's a strategy that I really like to implement. So I'm going to put this in B because it gives you different offerings in your shop and it can help you attract different types of customers. Next one we have are Etsy ads. So Etsy ads is definitely important in terms of adding fuel to the fire once you have established a shop that can be run sustainably. So I'm going to put this in B actually, because even for my own personal shops, Etsy ads doesn't contribute more than 30% of my overall revenue, okay? Most of my sales are through organic, and Etsy ads is just a good supplement. So it's not going to make or break in terms of your success for your shop. So I'll put that in B. Next we have is using all 13 tags. And this plays a role in your SEO strategy. So definitely important to add all of them. I'm going to add that in A just because you want to gain as much exposure as you can for your shop. And by adding those different 13 tags, that will give you the maximum amount of exposure in terms of the marketing efforts. Next we have is market research. This is going to be a really important one. I'm going to put that in the S tier there because without doing any market research, you have no idea what customers actually want. You have no idea what the landscape looks like. And throughout that marketing research, you can figure out what the price points are from your competitors, what the reviews look like, what are things that people actually want and need. So a lot of it falls under this category. So I'm going to put it in the S tier. Next we have is social media marketing. So if you've been following my content, a lot of these strategies that we implement, we don't really use social media marketing. If you have a following, if you have an audience outside of Etsy, then perfect, you can leverage that But for many of us, we don't really have that. So we want to use the organic route. So I'm going to put that in C, just because you don't necessarily need that to see success on Etsy. But if you have an audience, that's amazing for you. Next, we have the Star Seller badge. This is going to be an important one that can help boost your conversion rate. But in terms of truly seeing success from it, you don't necessarily need this. But if you do, that's amazing. So I'm going to also put this in C. Next one we have is the listing videos. A lot of people think it's a must to add videos to your listings, and yes, it can help optimize it, but it doesn't make or break your shop. I've seen many shops and products and listings out there that don't even use videos and they're able to see a lot of success. And to be honest, a lot of my shops and products, I don't even add videos to them and they're still able to become bestsellers. So I'm going to put this in C. I might even put it in D, to be honest, but I'll leave it in C for now. But basically what I'm saying is when you're first starting out, don't even worry about adding videos. Just do that afterwards. Once you start to see some sales come in and you have some extra time, then you can try implementing the videos. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna put this in D actually. Okay, next we have branding. Okay, branding is an area that I truly believe is one of the most important things when it comes to seeing success in your Etsy shop. And I plan on actually making a lot more videos on this topic because I believe it can help you get more clicks, get more trust from the buyers, and overall can improve your conversion rate. So I'm going to put this actually in S. It's definitely up there for me. Okay, next one we have is compelling descriptions. So when it comes to your descriptions, you do want to make sure you include everything in there to answer all the questions from your buyer. So it's an important aspect for sure, but it's not going to make or break it. So I'm going to put it into B here. The next one we have are shop reviews. So shop reviews is what will ultimately give your buyers trust when they're shopping through your listings, through your shop. So I'm gonna put that in A. The next one we have is mobile optimization. And this is something I've been talking a lot about lately. There has been a recent statistics that came out saying that over 70% of Etsy buyers are shopping on the mobile app now. So that's a really huge number in terms of people who are shopping on their phones compared to on a computer or laptop. So whenever you're creating your images, you want to make sure that it's optimized for mobile. You want to make sure that it looks good when it's in a very small size. So an example is your text on your images. Make sure that it's not too small that people can see it from their phone. So I'm going to put this in A. So the next one is update shop policies. Whenever buyers are shopping in your shop, most likely they'll be looking at your policies. If you're doing returns, if you're not, all those things, you want to make sure that you address them in the shop policies. So I'm going to put that here in B. Okay, the next one we have are Etsy shop analytics. Now this is a really important one because you want to understand your metrics, the backend of your shop, how many views you're getting, and from those views, how many sales are you getting? What does that conversion look like? How many people are favoring your items? Which are your more popular ones? Which are your least popular ones? What keywords are you getting the most traction from? All these different things you want to understand, and you can do that through the shop analytics. So I'm going to put that in A. Okay, all right, so the next one we have are post listings regularly. And this is something that you may hear a lot of people saying you have to post daily. Personally, I don't really do that. I just kind of do it bulk whenever I have a chance to upload listings. So I'm going to put this in B, maybe even C to be honest, but maybe I'll put it in B here. It's because if you can, like definitely the more the better, and you want to only post things based off of your data. So back to the previous tip about analyzing the metrics. Once you understand what is working, what is not, then you want to create more of those. So there's always a continuing feedback loop throughout your shop and how you can improve and optimize the overall performance of your shop. So next one we have is the shop name. So in case you're not aware, within your shop name, those can be searchable keywords as well. So it can be SEO friendly. So depending on what you're selling, if you know what your primary keywords are that you're trying to target, you can add them in your shop name. It can give you a slight boost. But the boost is not significant. It's just something that can help a little bit. So I'm going to put that into C. And also, if you're spending weeks, months trying to think of a great shop name, it's really not that important. As long as you have good products that people want, people will buy from your shop. They're not going to judge you based off your shop name, right? So don't worry too much about it. Don't stress over it. There's something that you can always change in the future. The last one we have is desirable products. Now, this is going to be the most important tip out of all of them by far. If I had another tier above S, I would put it up there, because if you don't have any products that people want, you're not going to make any sales, right? So I'm gonna add this up here. So if there's one last takeaway, is that make sure you have products that people actually want. And you may want to truly analyze your competitors and see, hey, are my products actually better than what's in the market? If it's not, then you need to kind of go back and see how you can improve on your products. And that will ultimately be the deciding factor on if your shop is going to succeed or not. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick breakdown on the different tips. And again, these are all the things that you should implement to your strategy. But when you're first starting out, there's so much to focus on, and you only want to put your time and energy on the things that are most important to you. So hopefully this helps. And if you enjoy this style of content, I can make more of these kind of grading, ranking style content based on whatever topic you would like me to do. And I can do them. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. If you want to learn more about how to successfully sell on Etsy, then definitely check out my other videos. And I also have a free masterclass breaking down the 4 steps in selling digital products on Etsy. So check that free masterclass out if you like. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.